We resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he is out of bounds here. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Deep dive and tails. Good for you.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets extend their lead yet again. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. Mahomes will throw for it. Steps away. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to
yeah, the play style really takes, it's really convoluted in that game.
Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. They'll set up a throw. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up the fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Down the right sideline, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 39 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now back to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive
I
guy
won.
like that.
All right, Josh, I'm going to call it for right now. I'll play again later. I'll text. I'm tired like you. I'm also sleepy.